Hello everyone, my name is Holden Hardman. Thank you so much for joining us again for another video. Today's a very special one because we have little Savannah joining us today. This is soda, by the way, we're good parents. We're watching Hocus Pocus 2, just came out. This movie has been rumored to come out for years. I'm very excited to check it out. The first one is an absolute classic. The family has seen it many, many times.
Yes.
And so now we're very excited to see the sequel. Jen, how are you feeling going into the second one?
I am so excited for this. Winifred, Mary, and Sarah. I love them. I love them. I love them. The first one I've seen so many times. I watch it like every Halloween, and I watch it with the kids every Halloween, and I think it's just like a really fun movie. This is the movie that made me realize when people say, oh, I wish I could watch that movie for the first time again. This is that movie. This is gonna be as good as it gets because this is the follow-up. It's probably not going to hit where the first one did, but I know that going in, so I feel like I'm more prepared to accept it for what it is. But I really have high hopes for this film. I think these characters are just so endearing, and I'm so excited for us to all watch it together.
I feel like the first Hocus Pocus left kind of a natural opening for a sequel that people just figured should have been this whole time. And now that it's here, I hope that it can somewhat live up. Like you said, I don't think you can match the nostalgic, classic feel of that first one. I think that's special. I'm just gonna enjoy it for what it is and have some fun. Savvy, how are you feeling going into the sequel?
So Hocus Pocus 1, like my mom said, has been my childhood. I remember watching it every single Halloween for as long as I can remember. We used to watch it every single Halloween night or Hallows Eve. But it's very funny. I love how they were trying to make themselves younger with potions, trying to suck the lives out of children to make them younger. I love the funniness of it. And seeing that Hocus Pocus 2 came out, which has been rumored years now. My birthday's in a week, Halloween is coming up, so I think it's the perfect time. I wonder how the storyline's gonna be because at the end of Hocus Pocus 1, there was no like cliffhanger or anything. In Hocus Pocus 1, the sisters just disappeared. So I wonder if they're gonna retell some of it to like catch us up or if they're just gonna dive right in. Love Hocus Pocus and I hope it's as good.
Savannah has wanted to do some reaction videos with us for a while. We've been kind of hesitant because I'm protective. But this one, I think because it's got some personal feelings for all of us here, we're gonna give it a try. This is probably just gonna be a one-time thing or once in a blue moon type thing. So I'm very excited. We're also using different mics for this because there's 3 of us instead of the 2 of us. So if there's any audio differences, that is why. Hopefully you won't notice it, but if you do, that's why.
So we are pretty big on protecting our kids' privacy, but it's gonna be a one-time special, and I swear to God, if you guys aren't nice to her, you'll never see her again. No, but she was really excited to do this. And we thought that it would be nice with the holiday season coming up or Halloween coming up that we just wanted to try it and see how it goes. But I think it's gonna be a lot of fun for us all to watch this movie and y'all will see a little bit more about Savannah.
I've been actually wanting to do reaction videos with Mom and Holden for a while. I felt a little left out, so I really hope maybe we can do this a few times.
We'll see.
Let's not get too carried. So we are gonna go ahead and get into it. Hocus Pocus 2.
We're gonna have Savannah in the middle.
She's our guest star.
Our guest star of the day.
You'll have to treat me like a queen.
And that's it. That's enough for my family watches.
Yes,
that was
enough.
a good 10 minutes.
That's enough of that. So the first one ends off with them turning to stone, right?
And dust.
And pretty much dying.
Well, they turn into stone and then they turn into dust.
There's a lot of that in my life, just so you know.
Wait,
You
maybe
live with
they turn
girls.
into dust.
What did he expect?
I don't.
That looks cool.
Yeah. I wonder why it didn't go to theaters.
That's a good question. They probably make more per Disney Plus account than they do individual ticket sales.
Out of my way!
It's Savannah.
I wasn't gonna say it.
No!
This is the worst day of my life!
No.
Shigoleth.
Jiggles.
I've been told I'm getting old. We're not here!
Boston.
agree to marry John Pritchard?
No.
Praise God. She is so ugly and unpleasant.
It will be Billy Butcherson.
From
Billy.
the boys.
No, Billy and Richardson from the first one.
The zombie
So,
Yeah.
dude. Right.
They seem young. Why are they marrying young?
All right, they did back then.
Oh.
They married back around your age, actually. You don't have to worry about that, though, sweetie. You're never getting married. You're gonna become a nun.
Take your hands off my sister! I've never been this deep into the woods before. We should form a calming circle.
They do that in the first one.
Oh, she's doing that mouth thing.
That's the same song from the first one.
The song they used to get the children.
Yeah.
Yeah, what Sarah,
Was singing to
Sing.
like lure them.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
This is a very sacred space. Stronger, more powerful.
Visual effects aren't that great there. Like Disney Channel.
Altar.
Boo.
Happy 16th birthday, child.
She does not look sit
Not
stand.
at all.
Magicae Maxima makes a witch all-powerful. Promise thou shalt never do it.
Why? Where is thy coven?
Long gone, I'm afraid.
Thou eateth children?
How else does one stay young and ridiculously beautiful?
Skincare.
Shall we get some revenge?
All right, Hocus Pocus 2.
I decided to have 2 breakfasts.
Second breakfast.
If she wanted to hang out with us on my birthday, she'd probably have hung out with us one other time.
Invited the whole grade, even Glenn. Yo, Glenn! What?
Have fun at your party.
Becca, come on.
Are you guys gonna be busy doing witchery?
Settle down.
Jeez, it's a little dark.
Making sure Mike
I'm
doesn't.
not sure I care about all this right now.
It's not very hocus pocusy. That's how you laugh.
It really is.
Well, something's funny enough.
Well, listen, are you one of the magic shop?
Yeah.
Can you pass out some of these campaign flyers for me? You have to have one of her caramel apples. It'll change your life.
This is you in 10 years.
This is me now.
I know. It's kind of sad he doesn't realize.
M. Gilbert the Great.
This guy's pretty funny.
Here,
Did him in some other stuff.
Sanderson Sisters. We're the most powerful coven.
Oh wow, they still have it.
Opening that book, huh?
That very book.
The original cat died in the first one, right?
Yeah.
Kill Emily Binks.
Soul went to the, all of you.
Oh, she is so good as her.
Yeah,
It's a virgin.
middle school humor. Yeah.
What?
Sounds like someone had a little too much candy.
Well then, just can I finish this? Black flame candles are half off for Halloween. What can I get from my favorite customers?
You're my favorite customer.
That's
Oh, hi,
it.
doggy.
It's perfect for your birthday ritual. It's on the house.
What are these?
Angelica leaves. You burn them to lift curses. You should take some.
Request. Help our intentions manifest.
Oh no.
Just made another black flame candle.
But the black candle's like special, like
Oh wow.
Coming from hell. Must have been their little spell thing they did. I just don't know what they said that would have caused this.
and why this
He's
makes
still here.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. Oh, nice to see them back.
Winifred!
Oh yeah.
They look better than ever.
She's perfect for that role. She really is.
Oh, I'm on my back.
What are they performing for?
2 little mortals ripe for picking.
I hope they kill them.
I cannot steal their souls without him. God, as my memory serves me,
She lost a lot of weight.
in the
Yeah,
cottage.
she was at Pensacon last year.
This time, You see a teenager, we will kill it.
We only look young, but really we're 40.
I'm
Old folks, huh?
You are our idols.
my favorite word. Thou dost worship us.
You don't even have to brew the potions anymore. You could just buy them. And lotions.
Oh, I know what's coming. I saw a photo of one of the scenes.
You were spoiled?
No more.
No, I looked up the movie and I accidentally clicked images and
You accidentally clicked images?
Yes!
Observe, sisters. He glows
great.
with a sickening light. Such a lie. Look at it, Queen. This is an apothecary. This doesn't look like me. It's apothecary.
Apothecary.
Oh yeah. Classic.
I love that. It works every time. Look, it is the face of a child.
We should get some salt.
Why?
No, he's just confused. Just bad lighting.
I hope she kills them all. Oh, that'd be a movie.
Say hello to Satan for me.
Jeez.
How did she do that? Can I? We already drank the life potion.
Jesus.
Just like my old one.
Swiffer.
Every
Those
time.
are Roombas.
The book is alive.
He woke up?
Oh no.
I couldn't light the candle myself. It wouldn't have worked.
Well, why not?
Oh.
Oh.
Look, everybody loves him. Look at all this stuff.
A quick death would be too kind for these two. Bye-bye.
They're a lot more violent this time around.
Yeah, I loved it when she smacked Sarah Jessica Parker.
Oh.
That's cool.
Halloween, 1993.
Ooh, the plot
Not a
thickens.
great year for me. I saw you, but I was too late.
Oh, wow.
He showed me how to make another candle. I mean, it wasn't
Oh, okay. The book showed him how to make another one.
The power spell.
Ooh.
What do you promise to do? Oh, bye. We have no time for warnings. Head of a lover. It'd be a bummer because all of our lovers are gone.
Oh, what was that?
Best of luck, Gilbert.
Oh, and Wilbert, I made the...
Wilbert.
Come along. The mayor's blood awaits.
We have to tell Cassie. Okay, do you think she'll leave an answer?
They have that.
Okay, I guess the curse covers bones too. There's no
Convenient.
way out here.
They're really just not leaving this guy's corpse alone.
That's not 6 feet under.
Wow, it looks just like him.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Good job.
I'm not even chasing thee. Stay back. How long ago was 1993?
Wait, were you there that night? Don't you want to pay her back for poisoning you and sewing your mouth shut?
Oh, get ready. Get ready.
They're drowning a man. How charming. I like it. Poison apple. Never announce that they are poison, sister. Amateur.
I'm sorry. Would you mind saving my place in line? My daughter's about to ruin her future.
They're the people in the first movie.
Sarah was dancing with the guy.
The devil, and she thought it was like
Genius.
Actually him. There's like another one back there.
I bet you're looking for the stage.
Always. Is that what I look like? Lose the teeth.
I don't even win.
Way or not.
Copyrighted music.
Like this, kind of like thriller vibes.
Yeah.
And out.
they're watching Hocus Pocus.
They're watching Hocus Pocus in the universe of Hocus Pocus.
But inside now. Oh my god. Go, 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 go.
I struggle with the Disney Channel stuff. Are those the... we'll explain everything right. We get inside right now.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Woman trapped in the box.
Is there something else I can do for you?
You're in a flash mob. Wait, where's my apple? Hey! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
His makeup looks really good. He looks just like he did.
Yeah.
I smell children.
You need the juice of an Aurelia berry for your spell, right? This is all the Aurelia juice in Salem. You're trapped.
Impossible.
This is just water. You've been tricked by teenagers.
That's cool.
She cursed you.
Let me explain.
Jeez.
I feel bad for Billy.
Yeah.
You.
Hello. It's an older crowd than I expected.
Wow. You know what I got? You know what I got in the dark? This pathetic thing.
It's gonna vacuum up the salt.
Aw, Susan.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. I think I might have powers. Whoa, that was weird. The Puritans, I just realized it was Puritan.
I'm not gonna die.
Oh, they're still gonna kill you.
Cassie?
Hello, Billy.
Hello, you withering hag.
Should we?
No. It's a capita melica mystica.
Underneath the full moonlight. Becca.
None of what's happened tonight makes any sense. Edward is a witch?
I knew she smelled awful.
Ow! Hey! I am not a fool. I am a good and loyal sister.
Well, good for her.
Shut up and get going! Of course, ready? Wait.
You have a choice.
You don't have to do this.
All right.
Okay. Sure.
Really? It was that easy? You don't have to do this.
Spellbook of pure evil that's been with Winifred for hundreds of years.
I think he wants you to read the warning. What is valued most dearly, thou shalt have to trade.
What does she value most?
Her sisters.
Power is meant to be shared.
Leech is enjoying the spoils. I remain the most powerful one. Sisters, away!
Come on, we've got to stop them before it's too late.
I sacrifice my love tonight. Give to me!
The flame is out, and yet
Oh, nice. So they're back for good. Hey, Sanderson Sisters.
You should have read the warning.
No, nothing but a silly child.
I told you.
Figured she would have valued most of her power.
Yeah, same.
Sisters, 'tis over. Sorrow is such sweet parting.
Oh, wow.
Rescind the spell. My beloved, infuriating sisters. Can nothing be done? What is this feeling? I think it is my heart.
Book?
I must find a way. My powers are nothing without my sisters.
The spell for reuniting. Okay.
It's a capita melica mystica.
But what happened? Where are they? Didst thou speak the spell correctly?
The spell doesn't bring them back. It sends you to them.
Oh, you're killing me. Oh, okay, cool.
Sisters!
Oh.
Wait, why is he disappearing? He was a physical. He
Undoes all.
was physical.
It undoes all the spells.
So why wouldn't he just turn into a corpse?
I feel like I missed a lot. Yeah,
I guess you could say you missed a thing or two.
Regular old Halloween. Oh, yeah.
Totally a regular Halloween. They're a little
Get
movie.
up.
David Kirshner. All right, just finished Hocus Pocus 2. If it's okay with y'all, I'll probably go last on this one. Jen, what did you think?
I thought that they did the best that they could do with what they had. So I appreciate that. I like the idea of having these 3 modern day witches. The ending was very different. I can't say I don't like content Winifred dying. I like her upset and angry and wanting to get revenge. So I wasn't too set on the way that it ended, but I do appreciate them trying to go a different way. I was afraid that it was gonna just be a replay of the first one and they were gonna try and bank off of that, but they didn't. They really tried to change it up a little bit, but introduce some new characters, had some of the same characters. A highlight for me is seeing the Sanderson sisters exposed to modern technology. I think that that was funny in the first one. That remained funny in this one. I thought it was hilarious. Sarah was riding around on a Swiffer. I thought that was great. Nothing takes away from the magic of the Sanderson sisters, and seeing them together is always just magic on screen. It doesn't matter what they're doing. It doesn't matter what they're gonna make the storyline. Seeing them together, just, there's something about it. That was a highlight for me, just seeing them had the same type of mannerisms that they had in the first one, and seeing them interact together again. Didn't really care about the 3 girls and what was going on with like their friendship drama. That really was kind of a low point for me. I really just didn't care about that. But I watched this for the sisters, for the Sanderson sisters, and they really brought that. The CGI was rough, definitely. But again, I wasn't expecting, you know, Marvel CGI. So again, I take it for what it is. I think that they did a pretty great job, and I just enjoyed it. Enjoyed seeing them together. So I think that they did pretty well. Savannah, what did you think about Hocus Pocus 2?
Okay, so I really liked the storyline and how they started off in the beginning about the beginning of like their childhood and their history, because we never really got to see that. I thought it was funny how they used like 2020 trends, technology, how they thought, oh, she must be a powerful witch when the sliding doors were opening. I thought that was really funny. The face mask and the skincare, they thought they were like eating children's souls. I would have to say that Hocus Pocus 1 is personally my favorite because it's just such a classic. It's good, it's very funny, but like I said, it wasn't as good as the first one. I know the first one did all of this like crazy stuff where they were singing. I personally like in the first movie where I put a spell on you.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah.
I thought this was a good movie. I would say that the first one is my favorite. I thought the ending was kind of bittersweet, but I do think she understands the value of her family, and I do think it was a great ending.
One thing I also have to mention is, you know, it very much felt like Disney was more willing to take risks with the first one. The ending was a perfect example of that. I felt like they just wanted to tie it up in a nice little bow. They completely changed Winifred into this like, oh, could you please do this? Like, begging these children to do something for her. I didn't really care for that. But yeah, I had to add that in. There was a big discrepancy between the first one and the second one because it felt like they put more thought into some of the stuff, the storylines and what they chose to do with the characters. And with this, it just seemed like they wanted to keep it like PG. A little disappointed in that. Holden, what did you think about Hocus Pocus 2?
There were a lot of things about this movie that I really liked and a lot of things I really hated. As far as the Sanderson sisters themselves, I thought that they were fantastic. I think Jen is absolutely right. I think putting them together, they were just magic on screen, and I love them. I love the opening up with them, like Savannah said, where we're kind of thrown back to old Salem in the 1600s, and we see them as little kids running around. The little girl who played, Sister Mary, the little girl who played her that was doing that mouth thing the whole time, I thought that was really cute, and I loved that. So they are fantastic. I'm so happy to have seen them back. I think Bette Midler I think she killed it again. I would say her performance is just as good in this one as it was in the first Hocus Pocus. That being said, Everything else I didn't really care for. I did not care at all about the 3 little girls and their piddly problems, and I didn't care about that at all. I felt like the dialogue and the acting of those 3 in particular was very Disney Channel nonsense acting. This whole like, are you telling me, I hate to disrupt your super magical spell that you're about to do, but we got bigger fish to fry. I hate that, I hated it. Didn't like that at all. I agree with Jen that I think the first one was willing to take more risks. And as I was listening to some of the humor and some of the dialogue in this one, thinking that it's probably not appropriate for Disney Plus, knowing that this is like a family movie. I do remember in the first one there being some off-color type of stuff, but just like those moments where I'm hearing like, holy Lucifer, you know, seriously, and them like, let's manifest this spell, and almost pushing it a little too far. I feel like there's a lot of checking off the social boxes of this movie, which is fine if it's done genuinely, but this felt like a lot of checking off the boxes in that regard. Every scene or every other scene made some type of allusion to the first movie, which was great. I think that this movie struggled figuring out what it wanted to be or how it wanted to handle the characters. Jen is absolutely right. When they had Winifred at the end, personality almost changed, where now she's a little bit more gentle, more understanding. Book's personality changed. He was much more like sinister and sneaky in the first one, and then he's, you know, parting ways because they want to do a spell that's too evil. And bear in mind, these are women that lure children and kill them. In the first movie, successfully killed a child. So I don't really buy that. My first question going into it was, how are they bringing back the sisters? Because that was squashed in the first movie. We know they come back, but how? I liked the idea of them, of Book, basically finding someone or having somebody that created a new one. I can deal with that, I like that a lot. But I just think the handling of the new characters was really sloppy. What I would have loved to have seen was maybe some of the other legacy characters. I would have loved to have seen maybe Bink's spirit return, you know, because the threat has returned, so his spirit can't really truly be at rest while the Sanderson sisters walk the earth, or maybe some of the other characters are now older, kind of like It, you know, the threat has returned, so they must come back to Salem. Max, Danny, and Allison, I would have loved to have seen them return. Maybe they tried and they couldn't get them all or get some of them to come. But I know that you can't just have only legacy characters, you want to have new characters. The girls being witches, hated that whole thing. I thought that was just off. What a coincidence. How convenient for the story that the main girl running around, she all of a sudden has, not only does she have powers, but she knows how to use them too. She seemed very much like a Mary Sue character. I just hated the 3 of them. I did not like them at all. I love the Sanderson sisters, they were great. I would honestly love to see more of them if they decide to continue this on. Everything else I really didn't like. What would we rate this one?
Sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Holden. I have to disagree on what y'all were saying about Winifred's ending. I personally liked how she kind of changed and reflected her actions and how she treated people. I know it was a little wrong for her to be begging. I get that. But
you're saying she had some character growth. She grew as a person.
She understood that there's a bigger lesson than just wanting power, and family is everything, basically. And I definitely reflected on my own actions, and I felt like I learned a lot from this movie. Not a lot, but like some life lessons.
Well, not a lot.
I felt like it was good reflection on my life and how I speak to people and my actions and how I do stuff. I personally would rate this movie 8.5, 9 out of 10.
Wow, okay.
All right. You know, as I mentioned, anything with the Sanderson sisters in it, I am going to watch. It really just doesn't even matter what you put in front of me. If it is the Sanderson sisters, I'm going to watch it. It had a special place in my heart, and they're always gonna have that. Winifred, most of the actual movie matched up with the Winifred from the first movie, which is great. But that ending was really rough because that did not align with the character that we know. That is probably the biggest misstep for me overall. I didn't like the 3 girls drama and what was going on there, but that really bothered me at the end. I was looking for Winifred to, you know, bring it, and her sisters as well, because that's what we got in the first one, and we love seeing that. It felt very Disney. I wanted them to take a little more of a risk and they didn't. However, I do give them points for trying to be different while trying to keep some of that same magic that they had in the first one. That's a really tough thing to do because the first one was a near perfect film for me. We couldn't just have the Sanderson sisters in it. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, I mean, I would go for that.
I don't think the studio would have been fine with that. They want to throw other people in there, okay? And I get that. The first one was so streamlined and so perfect. So that was really hard to do, but they did the best that they could. Like I said, at the end of the day, if they want to do Hocus Pocus 25, I'm here for it. But they had a lot of mistakes with this one. So I'm gonna go with I'm gonna rate this a 6.5. Yes, I'm gonna rate it a 6.5.
I really enjoyed Billy Butcherson coming back. When I heard his name again at the beginning, I was like, Billy Butcher from The Boys, but Billy Butcherson, I got it. I thought his makeup looked great. He looked exactly.
That's funny because when they mentioned him on The Boys, that's who I thought
Really?
of. Yeah.
Yeah, he looked exactly like he did in 1993. I thought that was great. When it came time to do the song sequence, I wish they would have done an original. I thought that was a great place to have done an original song, but that they instead did a cover. Like Jen said, I would love to see another stab at it, Hocus Pocus 3, just for the Sanderson sisters. I think they're great. I think that they could have done better, even with the budget that they had. I think that they were trying to appeal to a separate generation, kind of the younger kids generation. I don't know if that landed for you or not. It certainly didn't for me. Did it not, or did it for you?
So I felt like that this generation for the Sanderson sisters, like how they included the technology, the skincare, like the new coven of stuff. I felt like I knew what they were talking about, but I know you personally think our generation is a little
what, Savannah?
demolished and overrated.
No, I've never. Every generation that precedes it, they always think that that generation's worse. My parents thought my generation was horrible and stupid and morons.
And
Their parents
think
thought
our generation is horrible
I think a lot of your generation's a bunch of
I mean, you
wusses,
get mad at
but-
me for like taking snaps like this.
Well, yeah, when I see you doing that, there's a little bit of self-absorption in there.
Yeah, I get where they were trying to like go with it, how they see our generation and stuff. But for me, I thought it was a little
contrived.
Yeah, they had like the iPhone 13. They're like, oh, we're gonna do the newest camera. All the skincare, they had CeraVe. They had, I know a lot of skincare.
I feel like that's pandering. It's what if these kids like, they love iPhones. They love makeup. Let's just put it in the movie. And I feel like that's just.
So I see where they were trying to go with the generation stuff, but it was kind of a little bit over too much.
All right, Holden, what would you rate it?
For me, this movie is a 5. And the only reason it's a 5 is because the Sanderson sisters were so great. Otherwise, it would have been way lower.
I mean, being back like almost
29 years.
29 years, they don't really have a lot to go on.
See, I disagree. I think that's 29 years of thinking about things that they could do to continue. And this is the best they come up.
They tried doing their best. They tried revising everything. It's not the best. It's not as classic as Hocus Pocus 1, but I would watch it maybe every other Halloween, but Hocus Pocus 1's in my heart.
Yeah, I think I'll stick to the original. But of course, these are just our thoughts. We'd love to know your thoughts down in the comments below, so leave us a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, leave it a like. It helps the channel out a lot. Subscribe. You'll be notified next time we post a Halloween video. Check out Patreon. You can watch some of this stuff early, and you can watch the full Hocus Pocus 2 with all 3 of us.
Subscribe so you can see me more.
Probably not too much more often. But that is it. Thank you guys. We appreciate you watching. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.